Hey, this is Tim with Bepoz Enterprise Point of Sale Systems. In this video, we're going to talk about key features that Bepoz has to help you optimize your inventory. It is important to note that we don't know of any other vendor in our price point that has any features that even get close to these. And it's important to note that because these features have huge value propositions for your business and can make our point of sale system pay for itself incredibly fast. So this could be used in both food service environments and in retail environments, anywhere where you're tracking inventory. So when you're tracking inventory, there are many different ways to reorder. And Bepoz can support almost every method that you could think of to reorder. If you wanted to reorder your products, you could go in and just manually tell the system that I got some new products in, and I say I got 5 of this, 10 of this, 15 of that. Bepoz could do that. You could also walk down the shelf and say, or when the products come in, I could have a handheld inventory unit and I could scan these things, and I got 5 of those, 10 of those, 15 of those. And when I scan the barcode could know whether it was a case or a single. So if I scan the case, it would know that there's 24 in the case, for instance, and count then all 24 in the case. So Bepoz can handle inventory that way. I could receive inventory by scanning with a barcode. It is also possible for Bepoz to manage purchasing. So I could actually use Bepoz to send purchase orders off to vendors and tell them what I want. So if I'm creating a purchase order, I can do that several different ways, and there's tried and true methods that are out in the marketplace in many different systems. You could oftentimes just manually build a purchase order and say, I want 5 of these. I could look at the shelf and say, I want 5 of these because I have 5 on the shelf. But if I do that, do I really know how many we're selling? 5 more on the shelf may be 6 months worth of inventory, and I buy weekly on the product. Do I need 6 months worth of inventory? Probably I don't. If I'm buying weekly, I only need weekly inventory. I probably need 1 week's worth of inventory and maybe 2 as a maximum, so I keep this buffer between 1 and 2 weeks of inventory if I buy weekly. So it's important to note that many systems wouldn't be able to support helping you do that. Now, some systems would say, well, when I create a purchase order to buy from my outside vendor, I just want to reorder what I sold in the last week. The problem with this method is, what happens if you ran out of that product before this week started? In this week that I'm reporting from, I never sold any. So if I never sold any and it reorders what I sold and I never sold it, it won't order it again. The other problem with ordering what you sold during some time period is, what happens if you have 10 times too much inventory on the shelf and I sold 1/10 of it during the time period? And so the system says, well, you sold 10 of these, go ahead and order 10 more. But I already have 10 times too much inventory on the shelf. I really shouldn't be buying more. So in that process, that also can cause problems. Another method for doing reorders is min-max levels. I can take par levels. So I say, when you get below the minimum amount, whatever you set the minimum amount to be, let's say I set the minimum amount to be 10, reorder back up to the maximum amount. Let's say it's 30. So if I get down to 9, the system will try to order 21 more. Now, if I order in cases, sometimes some systems would be able to do that and others wouldn't. Bepoz would be able to know that because you order those in cases of 10 each, that I can only order 2 cases, and the vendor doesn't sell singles, so I have to buy 2 cases, which will get me up to 29, not all the way to 30. But that's as close as I can get using min-max levels. However, if you have thousands of products, maybe even hundreds of products, min-max levels has a shortcoming too. If you use min-max levels, you have hundreds or thousands of min-max levels to be managed. Let's say some product slows down and stops selling as well as it used to in the past, or speeds up and starts selling faster than it used to in the past. If I use min-max levels, I need to adjust those min-max levels, or I'll be over-ordering the product or under-ordering the product. So it's important to note that min-max levels, although they can speed up the process of making orders, doesn't necessarily fix inaccuracies unless you keep up with min-max. So I've said all that to say that Bepoz has a fix for all of these. So Bepoz can automatically adjust your min-max levels using your sales history so that it knows exactly how many you sell a day, how many you should need, and make orders that are right-sized and make better decisions than any human can make on many products. Now, if you have 30 products, probably this system isn't very good for you, but if you've got 500 or 1,000 products or 10,000 or 50,000 products, we're gonna make far superior decisions for you. And what we've seen in the past is 20 to 30% savings of inventory value on the shelf, while at the same time increasing the sales that you're making, because we make sure that you have better products on the shelf and you're not missing sales. And we have seen cases of up to 50% savings of inventory, while at the same time increasing the amount of sales. In fact, that case study for 50% savings was on a store that had $1 million worth of inventory, and we could save them $500,000 worth of inventory, while at the same time increasing the sales that they're making on a weekly basis. So this process and this system has huge value for your organization and can help pay for your system extremely quickly. So if you're looking for a point of sale system that will help you track and manage and reorder inventory, you should talk to us. We'd love to talk to you about that. You can do so by either calling the number at the top of the page or clicking the link below to schedule a meeting.